It's time to wake up Wilmington. It's Monday, November 3rd already, 2025, and we'll be right back. Lights are on. Time to get the voice out.
Get the voice out. All right. Here's your Laffy Taffy.
I'm laughing already.
Here's your Laffy Taffy.
Don't
pull out any of your fillings. Those Laffy Taffies will do that.
You know, one of the flavors I used to love in that was
the what?
banana.
Oh, banana? You like banana, huh?
I like strawberries too.
Because you are a banana.
I am a banana.
Well, good morning, everyone. It is Monday. I
already said that.
We're in the height of November, the 3rd.
Height of November.
Tomorrow, special day. We going to go out and vote. I hope everybody's registered. If you're registered, make sure you go out. It's your chance for your voice to be heard. They only predict about 25% will actually turn out for the election tomorrow, simply because typically the elections...
if it's not a presidential, it seems that not as many people go out, unless there's something really big on the ballot locally that they are fighting for.
We're talking about here in Wilmington, we've got 4 or 5 people that are running for council. We've got school board members that are running. And I'm sure that in other burgs like Sabina, there's a hot mayoral race. The incumbent, she's being challenged by a couple other people. I guess it's a question of whether they're satisfied with.
Are there any state issues out there right now?
No, not to my knowledge.
I can't think of any off the top of my head, so that's why I asked you.
Not to my knowledge, there are no big issues at the state level. And we obviously, it's not, we're not voting for governor or anything like that.
But next year, some hot issues coming up.
Right. And we may even have, typically schools don't, they would rather not run when there's going to be a lot of people turn out, because they find it's easier to pass a school bond issue when the turnout is low, because usually the people that turn out are
positive people.
That's right. They're people that are going to be voting, or there's something on the ballot that they absolutely are opposed to, and so they're going after that. So
it's like watching a football game on TV. Sometimes you'll turn on a game that's not your team, and you don't watch other teams play, but sometimes if it's the team you hate, you may watch that game to root against that team.
So you're watching the Cowboys tonight? Is that what you're saying?
I might root against them. You're right.
Kevin Martin, good morning. Although I don't know whether Kevin is really there. He logs in.
Kevin, you're not there?
I get here at, 5:30,
Kevin would never pretend he's not there.
But Kevin, he's always... He wasn't last Friday for some reason, but he's usually always on the waiting list, ready to So he may be alive. He may just be logged in. Who knows? But speaking of a game to watch, you and I were at we're up in Washington Courthouse.
Oh, that game.
We did well. First of all, we did the Buckeyes football game yesterday, which was very successful for the Buckeyes.
Very good game.
They played the Toledo Rockets at home in Columbus.
And up until 2 weeks ago, Toledo was undefeated, leading their bracket. And, so High State was like, wow, this team's for real this year.
Toledo's bracket is our bracket.
What's that?
Toledo and Ohio State are in the same conference. So the only other question I've got is there's going to be still a conference championship game.
Right.
So would that conceivably be Ohio State and Toledo again?
No. It's going to be Ohio State and Michigan State, which we've already played and beat, or Ohio State and Oakland, which is up.
I could see once again,
we can't be in our own conference. Our conference winner is going to play one of the other conference winners.
I see. Okay, all right. Yeah.
So Michigan and Oakland and Milwaukee, those are all in the upper conference. I think they may be called, I don't know if they're called the North or they're called the West.
They're the West and we are in the East.
In the East. We're considered the East.
Yeah.
And
Great Lakes.
But we have Wright State.
Lakes East.
There's 4 in our bracket, and I'm trying to think that I know 3 of them. Wright State, Toledo, us.
Wright State hasn't enough wins to be eligible.
But I'm trying to think.
You wouldn't play them anyway.
I'm just saying the 4 teams in our conference are Toledo, Wright State, Ohio State.
That's it.
There's supposed to be 4.
No, there's 3 teams. There's 3 teams in each conference.
Okay.
Yeah. Which, once again, I think they would be better off bulking up the conferences and having 4 or 5 teams in a conference rather than having just 3.
And here were the power rankings going into yesterday. Number 1, Ohio State. Number 2, Coppin State. And as far as I know, they're still undefeated. And they played Toledo the week before. I don't know who they played yesterday. George Mason, who Ohio State played the very first game of the year. They're the Southern, and they're leading their conference. I may have only lost 1 game, and that's the game to Ohio State.
Right.
Michigan State, Ohio State's already played.
What's
Wisconsin,
their record?
And then
do we know what Michigan State's record is?
No, not sure. It doesn't say the records here. And then it says Oakland, Columbus State.
Which is not in Columbus.
You keep saying that, and I'm like, I don't think they're in Columbus.
No, they're
Columbus
not.
State.
Columbus State is, I think, in Georgia.
Okay. Well, because I'm thinking, like, if they're in Columbus, why aren't we playing them more?
Well, there is a Columbus, Georgia. So
and
I think they're a Georgia team.
Clarkson and Wright State, and then Sacred Heart, which is up in the Northeast.
Wow.
So there's teams, all over. They're Georgia,
yesterday,
Virginia.
Toledo, they were rare.
Maryland.
Toledo, had they beat Ohio State yesterday in Columbus, they would have actually then gone as the conference champion to represent the conference.
It would have been the first time in 5 years Ohio State didn't.
And they would also potentially then play in a national championship game in their own Glass Bowl stadium.
And that's why they were playing with all their heart to win that game.
Right. And you kind of feel for them because and we have a certain affection for the Toledo club, just like the Wright State club, because we have more of a dog in that fight, so to speak. Not that we would want them to beat the Buckeyes.
No.
But at the same time, Toledo started their club as a result of seeing a couple of our broadcasts of Ohio State club football.
Right.
And
then we got invited to go up there and do at the Glass Bowl. So we've been in the Glass Bowl, Division I football stadium, up like on the 3rd or 4th floor. We were way up high.
Yeah,
and
it's a big
watching
stadium.
that game, it's very interesting. I love going up there.
And we went up for 2 semi-conference titles.
Plus the game against just Ohio State and Toledo.
That's
right. 3 times.
So we've been up there. They've always been very warm and fuzzy to us, I guess you could say. So, it's sort of a relationship that had, in fact, one year they had talked to us about actually doing their games.
Yes.
There's I think it's called BCN, or there's a network up there, a cable network that covers their games. But there was something that happened one year that there was some concern that maybe they weren't going to be able to do their games. So Toledo had talked to us, in that event, to have us do the games. Which, I wouldn't have any issue, doing them in that stadium's a neat thing.
Oh, wow.
It's like when we did the team there up in Canton.
Don't know if I'd look every Sunday of driving 3 hours.
Well, it wouldn't be every Sunday anyway. It'd only be the home games, and typically it just depends. There's 4 or 5 home games, and the away games might be closer to us. You never know. We might even be able to do some away games. But anyway, that's not happening. So, so we had that game yesterday. Columbus won 58 to 8.
58 to 8.
Yeah, so it wasn't even close. I mean, the Buckeyes.
And they haven't had a close game this year.
You're right. They haven't really been challenged by either the Division III
40 to nothing, or
teams.
54 to 6, or something like that. I mean, it's just
Dylan, who is the president of that club and actually plays on the football team, he was supposed to come down, and he was actually going to interview with us after the game.
Right.
He has a Tesla, and
he's considered a club manager. He's the club president. As far as the football team, he's the manager of the football team, and he's a player on the football team.
Right. So triple duty. But
He
anyway,
has a Tesla.
he has a Tesla, and we probably don't have to go very far for you folks to figure it out. But he has a Tesla that was not charged up yesterday when he tried to drive.
Not fully.
Yeah, so he had to stop in Findlay, which is not too far outside of Toledo. He had to stop in Findlay to plug in, and he was listening to us as he was driving down.
That's probably about where they start cutting off to go to Columbus rather than keep coming down.
Right, because that's also, if you take 68 straight north, 68 goes into Interstate 75 in Findlay.
And I think Route 30 or 33 cuts from Columbus over that direction. That's what they hit.
So he was listening to the game. He listened to the game, and he was plugged in, charging, listening to the game. And then when Ohio State jumped out to such a lead, and especially after the first half,
well,
I forget.
He was listening. This was the first half he was talking because he called me at halftime.
And he said basically, look, I'm not trying to be it's just, there's no point in me coming down because by the time I get down there, the game, because we had a running clock the second half, which means that the clock doesn't stop if you have more than a 30-point lead, and the Buckeyes did. Their lead,
like almost a 60-point lead.
Well, anyway, the Buckeyes were putting it to Toledo, and he said there's just no reason for me to try to trek on down there. So I imagine when he charged up enough, he could turn back around and go back to Toledo is what he did. But anyway, so that was an adventure for him that never materialized completely.
Right, so we didn't get him on the air, and he didn't get to the game.
But he is talking about calling in, maybe a video call, in fact, so we can put him on the air in that split screen that we can do here later in the week. And we'll talk about Toledo club football and whatever else he wants to talk about. And
one of the things that got Ohio State pumped for yesterday's game was one of the players on Toledo's football team, and their collars are blue and gold, had a blue and gold striped helmet of a team up north. And the players and the coaching staff did not take highly to that being used on their field.
No, wait a minute. You're saying that he had a Michigan helmet?
Yes.
That he wore?
That he wore.
So
it was the same collars. So when he bought you buy your own helmet. So he bought his helmet, but he bought an Michigan helmet and put it. And one of the coaches looked up and saw him and said, "He's wearing that on our field." And
good morning, Sean Grooms. I got to get with you so we can transfer that the funding for the game. We're doing the game at Jackson this Friday.
Says Lurch.
Are you tired, Joe?
I was doing my Lurch imitation.
You do a better Lurch than anything else. So anyway, we will be doing the Miami Trace Jackson game for all the marbles this Friday. Kevin Martin says he's up there doing his spring cleaning.
Spring cleaning.
Yeah, whatever that means. It's not spring.
Rick says, I'm not going up to Kevin Martin's till I know he's going to buy me lunch. That's what he told me.
Well, or you can make me some peanut butter and jelly. I'll be happy with that, or some lunch meat sandwich or something. I can stop in at the mansion.
Anything that's free, he likes.
I can stop in at the
mansion.
As long
as it's free.
Well, I lost my free meal today. I was supposed to send some information about the wireless system to connect the camera that's going to be over by the General Denver over Main Street. I was supposed to send him the information over the weekend.
And you didn't give him his information.
And he said if I got him his information before today, he would have bought me lunch today. And I said, oh, that's great. But I didn't get him the information because I was so busy.
I would ask him, are you shocked that he didn't get it to you? He would have said no.
I didn't even reply to him. Normally, I'll reply to him within minutes whenever he texts me. I'm a pretty fast...
Since you lost your food, you didn't want to talk to him.
I'm a pretty fast replier, I guess you could say to anybody. If someone texts me, unless there's some special circumstance, I usually get back to you, within seconds. But I did not even text him back yesterday. In fact, it was not yesterday, it was last night.
Well, that was yesterday.
We were coming, and we didn't, after we did the Buckeyes game, we had to come back and kill some time because we had a 6 o'clock test at Vinyl Coffee in Washington Courthouse, getting ready for this new Washington Courthouse show. And we've kicked around all kinds of stuff with Branson. Branson Moody is the owner of Vinyl Coffee. So it was positive. We are going to do a Washington Courthouse Wake Up Wilmington show. With them. I cannot guarantee it's going to be at Vinyl Coffee. I'm not sure where within Vinyl Coffee the broadcast will originate.
Right.
He's got upstairs with a couple suites up there, and we looked at those.
Oh, you don't have to say that to me. Yeah. Sweet.
But he also showed us a secondary location down on the first floor. The real problem is the big windows that we'd like to be in front of. I, in first place, think, I wonder how warm it's going to be in front of those windows in the wintertime. If it gets cold, especially where it's located on the corner of that building, you're going to get the weather. So it may not have been advantageous to be in that window. But anyway, he showed us another location in the lobby,
right outside right inside the side door.
Yes, and the side door, there's not that much glass. I mean, where we would be there, so it might be a little warmer. But we also looked at a couple suites that are above Vinyl Coffee, which would still put us in the building.
And there were a couple side windows there that we could get a nice view outside.
Yeah, so we also went over to the roasting operation that he has, because he roasts his own coffee. And we looked that over because he said there's some space that we might do some
that was interesting.
Broadcasting out of that. Plus, he said they're going to be moving the roasting operation within about 6 months or less.
6 months or less.
Yeah.
And that we would follow it over there. And
right.
I said something about that location, and he goes, "Oh, it's much better as far as we're concerned." He goes, "You guys would love it better there than what he was showing us here."
His roasting operation.
So,
but I think I would rather be in the Vinyl Coffee building, and I would rather, if we can, do the first floor. But here's another quirk.
Yeah, you're quirky.
We have discussed doing Wake Up Washington Courthouse after hours. Well, what does that mean?
That was my idea.
Yeah. So our after hours show unlike our morning show here would be 6 to 8, 7 to 9, something.
He even mentioned 7 to 9. I mean, he said 6 to 8 or 7 to 9. They're open till 9. And he thought, well, you could come in 7 to 9 because when you're closing, we're closing.
Yeah.
So while they're doing their stuff, you could be putting your stuff up book them done.
And that makes more sense than trying to move equipment if we have to locate it to store overnight
while they're still open.
while they're open. And I don't know how busy they are that late at night. Maybe you and I need to take a trip up there in the evening, because they will have full food menu.
You're looking for free food
that's
again.
good.
Rick will be looking for free
But
food.
anyway, bottom line is, it is going to happen at Vinyl Coffee. It may be that we'll do a first ever evening show. And that'll be kind of neat, because the key to that is it won't put as much pressure on moi, even though I'll have to do 2 shows a day, possibly. It won't put as much pressure on me, because I won't have to have someone engineer the show in Wilmington or the show in Courthouse, because they occur at the same time. The other thing is, it might be interesting because typically you get better viewer numbers in the evening than you do during the morning. So, it would be something to at least think about. And
anybody out there has an opinion, let us know.
Let us know.
What do you think about, a show like we're doing?
7 to 9, is that too late? 6 to 8 be better? Throw some things out there, because we are all ears. Joe especially.
Rick's all belly.
So anyway, it is 8:20, right on the nose.
Hey.
We will do our first break, and we will be right back, as Joe says. What are you checking?
We'll be right back.
Checking the wind?
Checking the wind.
Yeah, checking the wind. Very windy.
We need to get you guys involved more.
Roller Haven is located at 1640 U.S. Highway 22 Northwest, Washington Courthouse, Ohio. The perfect place for a day out with the family, birthday parties, and even an organization event or fundraiser. Check out our website, rollerhavenwch.com. Or give us a call at 740-335-6481, and we can help plan your event. We look forward to seeing you there.
Mayonnaise, it's not just for breakfast anymore.
Just ask my armpits.
I'm Amanda Martin,
And I'm Steve Burnett. Those stories and more.
including what's coming to the Murphy Theater.
Ohio's hometown theater. It's a museum with a stage in downtown Wilmington.
That's what you can expect on The Murphy Report. Journalism with integrity.
And just a touch of sass.
The Murphy Report. Find us on the Murphy Theater website and on our own YouTube channel with a new report every Monday.
Now, you put mayonnaise on just about everything, don't you, Amanda?
I do, Steve. How about you?
I'm allergic to most condiments. The Murphy Report. If it's news to you,
It's news to us.
Sean Grooms for Miami Trace School Board. Vote for Sean Grooms. He's running for school board in the Miami Trace area there in Fayette County. And
If you're in Fayette County, vote for him. Don't sneak into Fayette County.
don't sneak into Fayette County.
Yeah.
But if you live in Fayette County, vote for Sean Grooms. He's a nice guy no matter what Rick says. Sean is a nice guy. And I say vote for Sean Grooms. And he doesn't have a bad voice, almost as good as mine, but it's not bad.
Yeah. So Anyway,
He's going to get us a new window in the visitor's press box.
In the visitor's press box. All right, let's talk about Car Express.
Car Express, keep moving. 740-248-5300. Car Express. Troy Bach. If you're needing a new car, used car, go see him. And he has, as per yesterday, he had a bunch of new cars per Mark Michaels that on his lot right now. Go out and check his cars out. And I'm sure he's probably got one just for you. If for some reason it's not what you're looking for, tell Troy. He'll look it up.
Car, Joe?
Huh?
Didn't he get you a car?
And go to Troy Bach for your car. Keep moving. Right between Wits and what's the other place?
Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut.
Yeah, Pizza Hut. All right.
Got to keep your mouth moving.
Well, what we got here? We got Kevin says good morning. He's there doing his spring cleaning.
Well, see, here's the other thing. Why? I put a thing on mine.
Sean says good morning, guys, and Joe.
And Joe, all right.
And then
I talked nice about you tonight, Sean.
And I would be more available. What's that mean?
To be on the show.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, up there.
Up there in the evenings.
Yeah.
See, we're talking about doing it in the evenings, then I would be more available, is what he's saying.
Well, then maybe he could help host it. All right.
Use that great voice to help host it.
That's right. And all the women love him.
Yeah.
A lot more than you.
Oh, gosh.
Come to the table.
Oh, Rick's coming to the table. Oh. Let me check my phone. It's usually not here yet until after I leave here.
So that's something to think about. Sean would be available for the show up there more. Stephanie Morton, good morning.
Michelle Tebow put on her post last night about her husband, Alan, about being a great nurse and taking care of her and everything. And
I thought she was the nurse in the family.
well, he was nursing her.
Oh.
And he did a great job. So I put on there, way to go, Alan. What a great husband. And he and she gave me a little heart for saying something nice about her husband. So Michelle was out there doing that. And
These gummy bears are awfully chewy.
I'm trying to look and see if it says birthdays, but I don't. Wait a minute. Yep, here they are. I just said. So speaking of birthday, let's talk about some birthdays. My cousin, Johnny Walls, who's a year and 2 months older than me, his birthday.
You got birthdays every day of someone related to you, Joe.
I'm old, so yeah. And when I was born, my mom says, finally.
I thought you were hatched.
My mom said, finally, I'm going to have a child to get some hand-me-downs because all of her kids were older than if anybody was close, they were my brothers were the oldest of the ones close to them. And so finally, Johnny's born, and a year and 2 months later, I'm born. So my mom's thinking, hey, I'll get some hand-me-downs for Joe. Within 3 or 4 months, I'm bigger than Johnny already.
I was going to say, you probably ended up being too big.
I was bigger than Johnny.
Big feet.
Real quick.
Big feet.
So we didn't get any. Sherry McFadden, young. Sherry McFadden from when I was in high school. I think she might have been a freshman when I was in school. She was younger than me.
Okay.
Younger and better looking both. But happy birthday, Sherry McFadden. Ray Hottinger. Birthday is today. And that's it. 2 days ago was somebody's, let's see, Chrissy Sharp, also from East Clinton, was birthday was on the 1st. Sandra Blackburn Keller from New Vienna, birthday was on November 1st with my son.
Happy birthday.
Bonnie Yankee from East Clinton.
Bonnie
that now
Yankee.
lives in Wilmington. She's from, her birthday was November 1st.
I didn't realize that Mr. Yankee had moved back up from Florida.
Yes, I didn't know that either. We heard that over the weekend.
That was a shock. I was shocked. Why would you move to Florida and then move back to Ohio, of all places? Especially in the winter
cold,
time.
yeah.
You know, you miss the winter? Is that it? I don't know. Oh.
And Carol Fell's birthday was November 1st. A lot of November
Maybe
1st birthdays.
Jeremy's going nuts. He's having an attack or something.
So a lot of birthdays. And speaking of birthdays, is that called a segue?
No, that's not, because we haven't finished our original opening, which was, we went to Vinyl Coffee. We are going to be in Vinyl Coffee. We might be doing an evening show, which Sean says he would be more available for.
Which I told you, a lot of people would be more available
Well,
in the evenings than...
I said right off the bat that it's proven, as far as YouTube, that you get more views in the evening than you do in the morning.
But you also said I'll get more people to be guests to be here. But I said if it's a lot of people that are guests that are running a business are like, I can't take time away from my business.
Well, anyway,
to come here.
the good thing is if we were doing a morning and an evening show, then we would be able to cover all the bases, Joe. Now, let's get back, because we skipped over what most importantly I wanted to talk about, which was we had to kill some time. So we said, well, what will we do? I couldn't get Joe to buy me lunch or dinner.
Never again. I bought him lunch one time, and he's complained
do we have to
about
hear this over and over again? You're the one that does the complaining. I don't even bring up the fact that you ate my pizza. So anyway, we stopped at Rooster's in Washington Courthouse. And the waitress that waited on us, kind of attractive, very friendly, obviously probably fishing for a tip. Why she had to come over and she was doting on this billy goat here, I don't have
I'm a
any
likable
idea.
guy.
But she would walk over to our table and go right to Joe, and
I'm a likable guy.
She would be like this far away from him, staring into his eyes, and I'm thinking, what is going on with this girl? Is she hypnotized, captivated? What's going on?
If you look into my eyes, you'd probably get hypnotized.
Or did she think that Joe was the one that was buying me lunch and that she would get the tip from
I look
Joe?
richer than you. I think
Well, that might be. So anyway, I try to look poor so that nobody, will say, well, you can buy your own lunch.
Yeah, you like to look poor, so they go, oh, you poor thing.
That's right.
Let me buy your lunch.
I had it all lined up for my retirement with my last wife because she was much younger. I knew I would outlive her. Well, for the most part, she had a few medical issues, so it was possible that I could outlive her. But I had it all set up. I had she had great income. I'm old. I'm not working anymore to speak of.
Old is the key word there.
And so I figured I'd set for life. And then, as fate would have it, she left and moved to Oklahoma, and she said, I can move to Oklahoma with her. And I said, no, I'm not moving to Oklahoma. So that was it. The rest is history, as they say.
Is history,
Number 4 was in the books and done. Okay, so that concludes our Sunday activities.
Right.
What were we talking about after that, Joe?
Birthdays.
Oh, okay. All right.
Happy birthday to you.
Whose birthday is it, Joe?
Today, in history.
In history.
I think this may have been one of your first wives, Roseanne Barr.
I wish. I know she could take care of me in my old age.
Yeah.
She got some money. Mata Hari is who I thought you were going to say.
No, not Mata Hari's birthday.
It's not Mata Hari. Okay. So,
how old do you think Roseanne Barr is?
Roseanne is probably, she's ancient. She's probably as old as I am almost. I'd say she's probably 70.
Older.
74.
Younger, just a little bit.
73.
Younger. 73.
So Roseanne is 1 year older than you and I.
We did that on the football game yesterday. You were 1 yard off of saying where the ball was going to be. I said, just a little bit shorter.
No, I wasn't. I would never say that. I am always right on the line.
We was laughing because it was like what we say on the air.
If you look at the scoreboard, it always tells you where the ball. Well, this scoreboard doesn't tell you that though. Scoreboard wasn't working at first.
No.
But as it has it, Campus Nation always has a score bug on its feed, and our score bug is always accurate, and it was even when the scoreboard in the stadium wasn't working.
Roseanne Barr, as of today, is now older than you.
Yeah.
She is 73.
Mm-hmm.
Dennis Miller,
Comedian. Yeah.
How old do you think Dennis is?
I'd say he's probably 75,
Younger,
65,
older,
70,
older.
72.
Yep,
Wow.
he's same age as you.
What did you gather all the people that are about as old as you?
No, you.
Oh.
Dennis Miller, 72. He's now same age as Rick.
I have got
Kendall Jenner.
Look at this hair. I have got to get this hair cut. I'm not letting you touch it, Joe. We don't have to worry about Joe.
I got hair.
You got hair, yeah.
I got hair. It's
Yeah,
outside.
where are you hiding it, Joe?
I'm pulling it. It's like, ow, that hurts.
You got more hair on the chinny chin than you do the rest of your
I do. It
head.
grows fast here.
Than rest of your head. Well, it must be more fertile there on your chin.
How old do you think Kendall Jenner is?
Kendall Jenner, I would say she's probably 31.
Just a little bit less.
Younger, right?
Younger.
30.
30 years old, Kendall Jenner.
She's a hottie, too. Or she's attractive.
Dolph Lundgren.
Okay. Actor and tough guy. He's very old. I would
Sounds
say
German,
he's probably
too.
80.
No. Much younger.
Much younger. 60.
Older.
65.
Older.
Oh, my gosh. 68.
Exactly. 68 years old. Dolph Lundgren.
You act like he was a spring chicken.
Well, you said, oh, he's way older than you, and he ends up being 4 years younger than you.
Yeah, right.
All righty. Charles Bronson.
He's the guy that didn't he jump the fence in one of the movies or
No,
something?
he was in that movie, but he didn't jump.
I thought he
the fence.
jumped a fence with
No,
on a
that
motorcycle.
was the motorcycle guy. That was
Who was that, folks?
he was in the TV show the Cowboy.
Bronson or something. I don't know. Anyway, okay. So
Never
who
mind.
are we talking about?
Charles Bronson.
Oh, well, we are talking about Bronson.
Yes.
Charles Bronson is 82.
No, he's already dead.
Oh, well, then
19, he was born in 19.
what would he be?
See, he was born in 1921.
So it's
25.
this is East Clinton math at work here, folks.
How about 104?
So yes, he's much older.
Yeah.
Almost
He's
as old
he's
as you.
a couple years older than
Almost
you.
as old as you, Joe.
He's a couple years older than you. Kate Capshaw,
She's an actress.
the actress.
I'd say she's 58,
Older.
68,
Older.
78,
Younger.
74,
Younger.
72,
Just a little bit younger.
71.
71.
Where are all these people having birthdays that are about your age?
Adam Ant.
Adam Ant?
Adam Ant.
He's a television hero, isn't he?
Yes. Remember on the what's that movie?
So do television cartoons count?
No, not that.
Oh.
Not Adam. A-D. Adam Ant. The cartoon is A-T-O-M.
Oh.
Adam. A-D-A-M. And
What's the difference?
Adam and Adam. You don't know the difference?
What do you keep doing with your
Pick
taffy?
it up.
Yeah, it looks like a tongue. What do you keep moving it around? All right.
I don't know. What do
All
I
right,
touch
so
your phone? What are you doing? What are you doing this
Adam,
for?
is this a real person?
He was a musician.
Oh, okay. A musician in what band?
I don't know. The Adam Ant band.
You don't have enough details here. You got to have more details.
I
Joe.
figured you'd know him.
What's going on?
Back in your day.
He's right. Okay, so let's say he's 68,
Older.
78,
Younger.
72. Since we're all
Just
on
a
this.
little bit younger.
71.
71. Same as Kate Capshaw. He's 71 also.
Are you pulling this off a specific decade or something
No,
of
just
birthdays?
I just pulled it off
birthday
of
decades
whose
because they're all
birthday.
about the same age.
Whose birthday? This is your friend. the quarterback, Colin Kaepernick.
Let's see. Well, we know he's not playing football
He's
right
not
now.
playing.
How long did he actually play? It wasn't very long.
Just 2 or 3, 4 years at the most.
But he made some money, though. So,
After he quit playing, he made more money.
probably. All right, so let's say I'd say probably 33,
Older,
43,
younger.
38.
Exactly.
Okay.
Colin Kaepernick is 38 years old.
Did I tell everybody that
Yeah, you did.
Dustin and Molly will be on our show on Wednesday?
No, you did not tell them. Told me, but you didn't tell them.
I always enjoy them coming in. Not so much Dustin, but
Yeah.
Molly.
We
Although
know
she
that.
does have a boyfriend, so I was crushed.
I know it.
Yeah.
Bob Feller of the
Baseball player.
Cleveland Indians,
Yeah.
not the Guardians. He was from the Cleveland Indians. Pitcher.
Pitcher for the Cleveland Indians in Memorial Stadium. That was those days.
There was one picture of him. I can't remember. He was the first pitcher to pitch either 80 or 90 years old, miles an hour. And it was weird. They showed a motorcycle, and the guy, as he got right beside Feller as he was pitching, and then the ball hitting the catcher's mitt before the motorcycle got beside the catcher.
So they were trying to say that he was actually throwing the ball faster
How fast he
than
threw
the
the ball.
motorcycle.
He was one of the. So at that time, he was considered one of the fastest pitchers.
All right.
At best.
Okay. So anyway, not a chap.
Now he died. He was born in 1918, so
He's passed away.
he's passed away. He'd be 107 today.
107, the same age as the Murphy Theater. Isn't that interesting?
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. What a coincidence.
This guy's your time, Larry Holmes,
Is Larry a fighter? A boxer?
boxer.
Okay. Kevin says, Sean Groom says the 80s. Kevin says things aren't the same without Boney. Well, Kevin, Boney is sitting here next to us. We didn't put him at the table because Boney is leaving us. He's going back to Florida.
Halloween's over.
Yeah.
I thought you told me Hawaii.
Well, it was Hawaii or it was one of those that starts with an H. But anyway, he was
Yeah,
going.
Hawaii or Florida.
Yeah.
One of those that begin with an H.
He's going back for the winter. He's what we call a snowbird. But rest assured he's over here, sitting in some of the old chairs.
Here, I'll show my. There's my. I
Yeah,
pointed my microphone at him.
It doesn't work that way.
Oh, sorry.
And now you've been it, so it's taking
Sorry.
music from the ceiling. But just to tell you that I am telling you the truth.
Oh.
Here's
Good.
Boney, and here are some of his bones. But he's got a condo down. It must be in Florida. He has take your hat off for a minute. He's got a condo in Florida that he spends the winter in. So he's off to the condo. The main problem right now is it's not easy to book him on a flight. A lot of airlines don't want him on their flight for whatever
He's
reason.
a nice guy. I don't know why not.
Yeah, he is a nice guy. Kind of looks like you, Joe. Don't you think? Yeah, there you go. But anyway,
I have one more birthday.
good.
One.
What?
Uno.
All right.
I think
Who is it, Joe?
first guy you ever voted for, probably. Michael Dukakis.
Kevin says Hyordia. Yeah, maybe that's it. Hyordia. Hawaii, Florida put together, Joe.
Oh.
For those in the...
Michael Dukakis' birthday. How old is Michael Dukakis?
politician. Dukakis, what did he run for? He's a Democrat that ran for
Senator.
president.
I think he ran for president one year.
He got whipped up pretty bad. Who did he run against? Someone out there knows.
Probably Reagan.
Yeah, that might be. It's about that time. Yeah. Anyway, I don't have to tell you who I voted for. But how old is he? He's
Yes.
probably your age, Joe, or older. He's probably 83,
Older.
89,
Older.
91.
Just a little bit older.
Just 92.
92 years old, Michael Dukakis. Happy birthday from Rick Phillipson.
I do so much better at birthdays than I do at
Anything else you ever do?
what's the one with finishing? Oh, and I was thinking,
God.
self, maybe instead of doing Game On and playing trivia games, we should do Let's Get Personal trivia and call it Let's Get Personal, but make it trivia, ask 100 people a certain question about relationships or something.
They will all ask 100 people, do you want Rick to do this? 99 and a half of them will say no.
And then what we do is we play the trivia game just like it's the pyramid, isn't that? No, it's not the pyramid. It's Family Feud. Our trivia game, the software we have is like a Family Feud, but do it with more, and we don't want it to be racy, but we do want it to be funny, and that might be more interesting if you're in a bar anyway, because people get pretty rowdy in bars.
But
Bar, restaurant, wedding, you never know. But anyway, I'm just thinking.
yeah,
I'm just
and
thinking.
that's the kind of thinking that
So what
I have to put up
Let's
with.
ask our audience what they think. I would be interested to know if maybe instead of just regular trivia questions,
Is Vicky and
of course,
Michelle or any of these people out
we
there?
could supply any answers. It wouldn't have to be something like Let's Get Personal. It could be, we could play different kinds of games as far as with trivia. But I just thought that maybe combining Let's Get Personal and Game On and calling it Let's Get Personal, we could fulfill both. Because we're not going to do the original Let's Get Personal that we were thinking about.
As Lurch
because-
would say, or
What is this with you and Lurch?
my buddy.
Yeah, you're practicing your low voice. How low can you go?
Very low.
All right. It is 8:46. Have we passed the second break?
We're right there because 20 minutes.
8:40 is the second
8:40
break.
is, and we're 46, so we should have taken a break, or
Yeah.
should be doing it right
You're
now.
supposed to remind me, Joe.
I am. I'm just reminding you,
All right.
you missed your break.
So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we don't have this day in history, do we?
I don't have this.
I could probably find some this day in
I
history.
got some minutia.
You always have minutia. Okay, well, they'll let you do the minutia, and I will look up this day in history.
Yeah, look up some
and
this
maybe
day in
I'll do
history.
some this day in history. But
Amen.
anyway, let's take a break. Let's pay some bills.
Welcome to downtown Wilmington, Ohio, the place to be. Experience something new with your family and friends in this vibrant and family-friendly historic district. When it comes to dining, shopping, and entertainment, downtown Wilmington has it all. From quick bites to high-end diners, we have a variety of food options to satisfy your taste buds. Explore our artisan boutique shops, jewelers, and florists for unique finds. Pamper yourself with soothing spa treatments, rejuvenating massages, and stylish haircuts at our top-notch studios. Dive into the world of art with our captivating galleries. And catch a show at the historic Murphy Theater, featuring awe-inspiring performances and cultural events. Immerse yourself in history by visiting our iconic landmarks, such as the Murphy Theater, historic General Denver Hotel, our Cultural History Center, and beautifully preserved historic architecture. Throughout the year, Main Street Wilmington hosts a variety of exciting events that embody the spirit of our town. From the Hometown Holodazzle Illuminated Parade to the family-friendly Halloween event and our lively wine walk, there's always something fun happening. Additionally, the Convention and Visitors Bureau presents a summer concert series featuring the annual Rock the Block, and we also have our weekly farmers markets. We boast a designated outdoor refreshment area where you can purchase alcoholic beverages and carry them as you explore the town. So what are you waiting for? Plan your next weekend getaway in downtown Wilmington. Head over to mainstreetwilmington.com for all the latest updates on events, dining, shopping, and entertainment. Downtown Wilmington, Ohio is the place to be. We extend our gratitude to Ralph's American Grill, World Equestrian Center, and R&L Carriers for their sponsorship that supported the creation of this video.
How a basket full of newborn kitties steered a 20-ton luxury cruise liner to safety.
Saving more than just 9 lives.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Feel-good stories that we make up just for you every Monday morning.
One would say it's a perfect way to start the week.
Why would anyone say that, Steve?
No idea.
These stories and the latest on what's coming to the Murphy Theater on The Murphy Report.
Hey Amanda, what's the first thing a kitty says when it's being held at gunpoint?
I give up.
Exactly. The Murphy Report. If it's news to you,
It's news to us.
Mics are on.
Mics are on. Hello, everybody.
Did you say hello?
Hello.
See our nice flowers? We got a bunch of flowers over there.
Oh, nice flowers.
Someone had a wedding or someone had a funeral, one of the two.
They're preparing for your funeral, Rick.
So, I looked up this day in history.
Oh, wow. Tell us, Rick, tell us.
So,
Lead us.
today in history, the One World Trade Center officially opened in New York City on the site of the Twin Towers.
Wow.
So the new building went up in
What year?
2014.
2004. How many years ago was that, Rick?
That doesn't even sound right. I thought One World Trade Center hasn't been open that long, but I don't know. Fact of the day. The first ever U.S. auto show opens at the New York's Madison Square Gardens, where car makers showcased 160 vehicles. With early internal combustion engines noisy, noxious, and teeth-rattling, consumers of the time favored steam and battery-powered vehicles. So, Dylan, you probably should have had a steam-powered car.
Steam.
Because the battery-powered car didn't work for you. Just a fact of the day. And also on this day in history, in 1844, William Makepeace Thackeray completes his novel Barry Lyndon. Never
Say that
heard.
name 3 times real fast.
Yeah, William Makepeace Thackeray. On November the 3rd, 1844, William Makepeace Thackeray completes The Luck of Barry Lyndon, a romance of the last century. A romance book.
Romance.
Black Bart makes his last stagecoach robbery in 1883.
Wow.
Black Bart, I thought, was a pirate. So it's
That's Black something else. It's not
okay.
Bart.
Blackbeard?
Yeah, Blackbeard.
Blackbeard, yeah.
This is Black Bart.
In 1903, Panama declares independence from Colombia.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then they let us dig the
Canal.
canal zone. In 1918, Central Powers face rebellion on the home front as the First World War draws to a close. Angry rebels in both Germany and Austria-Hungary revolt on November the 3rd. And
You remember them holding the sign, World War I is over, on Armistice Day?
No, I wasn't alive then.
Well, they didn't, because they didn't know there was going to be another World War, so there was no sign saying World War I. Just the war is
Well,
over.
that's why there was a World War II, and
Then
who knows, there might be a World War III the way
in
we're
World
going.
War II, they could hold a sign up saying World War II because there was already a one, so then now they're the two.
So In 1948, and you remember this, Joe, because you were alive when this happened.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Newspaper mistakenly declares Dewey defeats Truman for president. And that was also on November the 3rd. In 1957, the Soviet Union launches a dog into space. And they
What's his name?
cited the Soviet Union and fined them because the dog was not licensed
Oh.
and could not drive that space capsule.
What was the dog's name?
Rough.
Rough. Because it was a rough ride.
Yeah, in 1962, the Crystals earned a #1 hit with He's a Rebel.
He's a rebel.
Which they did not sing, by the way. So, how you like that? Joe was fooled, wasn't he? In 1964, once again, someone that you voted for probably, Lyndon B. Johnson defeated Barry Goldwater for presidency.
I wasn't old enough to vote.
No, I wasn't either. But we were alive, and in fact, that was right around, after Kennedy had been assassinated, and that was, I think, the next presidential election after that. And Goldwater was considered extremely conservative, and almost to the point where, he was a nutcase to a lot of people. And Lyndon Johnson, of course, he ushered in a lot of increases in taxes and new programs. One of them wasn't a bad program, but it wasn't a great program, which was Social Security. And we've already talked about Social Security. It returns about a 3% rate.
And his wife had the Lady Bird.
Lady Bird, that was a neat name for a wife. Lady Bird.
She had the Keep America Beautiful thing,
And of course, they were both Texans, so that they had that Texas charm.
Y'all?
Yeah. That's Kentucky.
Y'all vote for me?
That's Kentucky. Anyway, in 1964, D.C. residents cast the first presidential votes since 1800. See, a lot of people don't realize it, but it wasn't until 1964 that Washington, D.C., people that lived in the district were allowed to vote for president, even though they lived in the United States, but they lived in D.C.
Which was not a state.
No, and so they couldn't vote. And then in 1969, one of your favorite presidents, President Nixon, calls on the silent majority. Remember the silent majority? I don't, because they were silent. In 1979, communists and Klansmen clash in Greensboro. Wasn't that interesting? Klansmen fighting communists. A lot of people would say that they're one and the same, but they're not. In 1982, a massive truck explosion in Afghanistan's Slang Tunnel. Slangalang Tunnel. And in 1992, you'll remember this woman because you dated her, I think, when you were younger. Dianne Feinstein, elected California senator.
I don't think she dated anybody.
In the Year of the Woman.
Year of the Woman?
The Year of the Woman. And
was she a woman?
Yes.
Wasn't there a vote on that?
No, Diane was a woman.
Okay.
I can certify that. In 1998, former wrestler Jesse the Body Ventura is elected governor of Minnesota. Remember when he was governor?
Yeah, it ripped his
I pity
shirt
the
off.
fool. Oh, that's not the same guy.
That's not the
I
same
pity
guy.
the fool. Okay.
That's not the same guy.
In 2016, the Chicago Cubs win the first World Series title since 1908, snapping the Chicago curse.
Finally.
So that is this day in history.
Wow.
I'll take my bow. And now that was an interesting segment, Joe. I must say, that was one of the more interesting segments. Yes.
Very interesting.
I guess I should sign up for this day.
Yeah, sign up for it and I'll send it to you all the time.
You got something, Joe?
Well, I've got some cool things, etiquette things that we got from World War II.
Did we have to pay for them?
I don't know. It's all you ever think about. Do I pay for it?
Well, you didn't pay yesterday.
No. Guess what? I'm not paying tomorrow either.
Where are we going tomorrow?
Wearing T-shirts. Did you know that before World War II, we were not known to wear T-shirts.
So we were naked?
Well, undershirts were not a big thing prior to World War II, but they
So
had
what did
them.
they wear? Like, what do they call them? Wife beaters?
They had before during the war, the soldiers were given T-shirts to wear under their uniforms, and then when it got hot and stuff, they'd take their uniform shirt off and they'd have their T-shirt on. And many pictures taken of the time were the soldiers in their T-shirts.
Right.
Many of the soldiers, when they came home, got so used to wearing their T-shirt that they were wearing their T-shirt around the house, mowing the yard, doing things, just outside in a T-shirt, which was considered underwear. So, the men didn't wear their T-shirts out in public. That was considered. But after World War II, many of the men started wearing their T-shirts as a shirt, not an undershirt. They were considered undergarments.
All
It
right.
was not an undergarment.
Isn't that about the time that the birth rate went up in the United States?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, I thought so.
And that and after World War II and Korean War combined, really shot up. And but anyway, they started wearing T-shirts as an outer shirt. And nowadays, we wear T-shirts with a logo on it and things like that. Which before World War II, you never did that. There was no T-shirts with any printing on it or anything. It was just an undergarment to take the sweat so it didn't get to your shirt. It was an undergarment. Now, after World War II, it became more than just underwear. Two people that made it famous were Marlon Brando
Yes.
and James Dean.
Yes.
James Dean wore it in a movie, wore a T-shirt.
Didn't he always have a T-shirt with a pack of cigarettes
Pack
rolled
of cigarettes
up in
rolled up on him. Yep.
it? Yeah. He put it in his sleeve on the T-shirt
So,
and had it rolled up on.
After World War II, and especially after Marlon Brando and James Dean wore them in their movies, it became more acceptable to wear a T-shirt with like blue jeans and a T-shirt.
So when did it become acceptable that instead of a top, women just wore their bra
Never.
as their top?
I never saw that.
You've never seen that? No. Joe, you're not with the times. Women
not.
used to wear just, it was their bra.
I remember them taking the bra off and saying we're
Well, I
wearing
didn't see
braless.
that. I didn't see that.
And that can be a T-shirt, a shirt and nothing, no bra under it.
Oh, okay.
They just wore, I remember in the late 60s, they started, burn the bra, type thing.
It was so restrictive for women. I understand. They needed their freedom.
Toothbrushing. Because of World
You
War
mean
II,
teeth brushing?
toothbrushing,
No, toothbrushing is what you do because you've only got a tooth. But teeth brushing, for some of us, we brush teeth.
teeth. Well,
Yeah.
here it said toothbrushing. Soldiers got trench mouth in World War II. And so they would issue them a toothbrush and toothpaste or tooth powder, which they put a little water with it, put it on there, and made their own paste.
Right.
It was either tooth powder or a toothpaste. They'd get one or the other. And so they started brushing their teeth. And I many remember movies or pictures, you'd see a soldier with a toothbrush in his mouth, just they'd be out doing something and they would just keep it in there the whole time.
So are we saying that because they weren't brushing their teeth at first,
At
they
first,
got
they got
trench mouth?
trench mouth.
And trench mouth comes from not brushing your teeth.
So
it's a
you
gum,
got a lot
gum
of
disease,
bacteria in your mouth.
A gum disease or whatever.
You
Oh,
got bacteria in your
that's
mouth, and
pleasant.
brushing your
That's
teeth
very pleasant
got
to
rid
think
of the
about. Oh, yeah. Very
got
pleasant.
rid of the hygiene.
Very pleasant. Okay.
All right. And hygiene kits were made again with toothbrushes and tooth powder in them, and toothbrush. Okay, a clean shave. Soldiers
Clean
were
shave. I
giving
need
kits.
to shave too. I need to shave and I need to get my hair cut. I think I'm going to get my hair cut today.
Soldiers were given kits in these little packages from the States. And in one of them, Gillette, the company Gillette, made these little packages that came with a razor and a razor blade. and you turned it at the bottom, and the thing opened up. Then you put your razor blade in. Then you turned it, and it closed back down.
Right.
And then you shaved, and so.
Now, did that razor blade? Was that the razor with 5 blades in it, so that you would get a super?
No, that came much later.
That was later.
Also, because of the war, nylon shortage. There was a nylon shortage.
So women were not wearing
nylons, which in the 20s, 30s, and starting in the 40s, women wore nylons. Well, it became a nylon shortage, so they didn't wear them. Well, now they were bare-legged, so they had to shave their legs.
So do you think women would rather today wear nylons or shave their legs? Or neither, because women today...
No, I think women today go with no nylons on way more.
Some women, they just have hairy legs, right? The only time they shave their legs is if they think they're maybe going to get lucky.
I don't go there. I know in South
Joe
America,
doesn't get lucky. Although he may have gotten lucky with this girl, this server in Washington Courthouse.
In South America, they don't shave their. I heard they don't shave their legs or their armpits.
Yeah.
But because of the shortage of nylon due to the war,
right?
There was a shortage in nylons, and women also had to start shaving. So shaving. A close shave for men and shaving legs and armpits became more prominent because of World War II.
Well, I mean, now there are a lot of men with facial hair. Wasn't always that way.
No.
And it's not.
I don't know. Back in Civil War, almost all the pictures showed everybody with
a beard. I cannot stand having, a growth of hair on my face too much. I like that clean,
let that cover
shaven,
your face for much as we
baby
can.
smooth feeling. Today, I could have probably shaved. But see, when I shave, I'm in the shower. I don't shave like standing at the mirror in the bathroom. I shave and get it done when I'm in the shower because it just seems simpler for me.
Also, wearing blue jeans after World War II became more popular.
I was not allowed when I went to Beaver Creek to wear blue jeans.
Girls were not allowed to wear blue jeans when I was in school, but boys were.
Yeah, the boys were not allowed to wear blue jeans.
I never understood that myself.
At Beaver Creek.
You had to wear a skirt and show off your legs, but you weren't allowed to wear blue jeans, and it was
a plot, Joe.
It must have been because we could never understand why girls were not allowed to wear.
But there were a lot
jeans.
of things. For instance, you couldn't have facial hair. If you could grow it, you couldn't have facial hair.
What's that got to do with blue jeans? We went past facial hair.
We were not allowed to have hair below the collar.
Yeah.
It had to be cut to the collar. Or shorter.
That was because of the beavers.
A lot of people, remember they used to wear, what do they call them, flat tops? Where the hair was relative.
I tried to get a flat. My cousins got a flat top. My brother got a flat top. I couldn't get a flat top.
You have a flat head. Why wouldn't
my hair was too flimsy.
Oh, flimsy hair. Well, anyway, because they had like a paste or something you could put in your hair and it would make it stick up like that.
Back to what I was talking about.
What were you talking about, Joe?
Blue jeans.
Oh, blue jeans.
Soldiers overseas would wear blue jeans or wear denim.
Because the Europeans liked the blue jeans and they would trade for them.
And but they were, what do you call it when the government gives them something to wear? I can't think of the
government issue?
They were issued blue jeans to wear. And then especially off duty, a lot of times they wore the blue jeans. But depending on where they were fighting, sometimes the blue jeans was used for them to wear. It was more rugged.
Now, were these Carhartt blue jeans?
Didn't say the name brand.
Oh, okay.
That's a name brand. But some were now, and some now are made specifically for soldiers. They make a specific
blue jean?
Blue jean soldier for soldiers.
I've never seen a soldier in blue jeans.
Well, you do if you look over at the other side, but
the other side of what?
In the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh, you mean Europeans?
Yeah.
Oh.
If you look over, but
What about
in
Canada?
places where it's
The
really
Canadians?
hot, blue jeans, are heavy. You don't want to wear them where it's super heavy. They'll die of heat stroke.
The blue jeans will.
But in the 1950s, wearing blue jeans became the norm. It was normal for kids to go to school wearing blue jeans, for a man to, doing a job wearing blue jeans. Now, you didn't wear it going to Wall Street or someplace like that, but, if you were just around, like in Wilmington or New Vienna or someplace, a guy would wear blue jeans. And that started in the 50s,
Wasn't
after
it like the
World War
work
II.
uniform of farmers? Farmers all wore blue jeans.
Well, but
Then there was Mr. Green Jeans.
Mr. Green, that's not blue jeans. That was green jeans.
Green jeans.
I never understood
Captain
why
Kangaroo.
they called him Mr. Green Jeans. His jeans looked gray to me.
Well, they should have called him Mr. Gray Jeans.
Mr. Gray Jeans,
Yeah.
because I had a black and white TV, and then I'm like,
Well,
why
that
are
may
you calling
be.
him Green Jeans?
Since it was a black and white television,
Right.
because Captain Kangaroo started when we were.
And 95%
you
of
couldn't
the
tell
TVs
whether
in the
it was
home
green or
were
blue or purple.
all TVs. 95% of the TVs or more at that time were black and white, and yet they called him Mr. Green Jeans.
Yeah, right.
Never understood
Well,
that.
you just believed it.
The other one is, now this one you started using more, red lipstick.
Well, it was a sort of a chartreuse,
And
not red.
I did not know this. One of the reasons a lot of the females and women in service started wearing red lipstick, Hitler hated red lipstick.
I
And-
thought it was because there were some popular movie stars that wore very red.
Well, they may have, in the 40s, started wearing it because of Hitler,
Okay.
because Hitler hated red lipsticks.
Well, what color did he wear?
Probably a little like a pink, more of a pink
Okay,
shade.
like a pink.
Hitler hated the look, so Allied women wore it more often. The U.S. Army even came up with a Victory red lipstick for service women to wear.
Oh.
Victory red for wax
So that,
and
was
women
that
in
like
service.
passed out? Was that part of their?
And your company, Elizabeth Arden's, came up with a Montezuma red.
Montezuma
and I first thought Montezuma, that's not American, but in the halls of Montezuma,
To the
in
shores of
Tripoli. And so they came up with the Montezuma red. So because of Hitler in World War II not liking it, and therefore more service women wearing red lipstick in the 50s, then red lipstick was everywhere. All the movie stars were wearing red
I
lipstick.
saw that. Yeah.
Okay.
But we couldn't tell because we were watching black and white televisions, so it just looked gray lipstick.
Now, I did not know this. Orange juice for breakfast became popular after World War II. Before that, people drank orange juice anytime.
I thought they drank Tang.
You're getting ahead of yourself.
Oh, okay.
But they didn't drink orange juice just for breakfast. I mean, now it's considered orange juice. If you get it in your refrigerator, many people don't drink it.
Well, have you seen how much it costs for a gallon of orange juice? It's like $8-9.
I don't buy orange juice because of that.
Yeah, it's like $8 or $9 a gallon. That's more expensive than gasoline. You better just drink gasoline.
But they got it together for the troops to drink to give them their vitamin C. They needed vitamin C
to help get rid of their trench mouth?
get rid of their trench mouth. So they came up with a juice concentrate made by
Tang.
Minute Maid.
Tang.
Tang came from the
Astronauts. Yes.
But this came from World War
Well, Tang
II.
was powdered, wasn't it?
Tang was a powder.
So they would have it like in a pouch, and the astronauts could add water, and there was a straw that went in it that wouldn't allow it to leak out, and then they would drink through the straw the Tang.
Some of theirs had a built-in straw to the thing where they put it in, and
No, that was a catheter. But anyway, same thing. They have catheters, because a lot of them didn't have bathrooms.
never mind.
Okay, all right.
But in the 1950s, Minute Maid came up with the fruit juice concentrate. They tried to come up with it for World War II. But by the time they came up with their
The
thing,
war was over.
The war was over.
Yeah.
So they started pushing it in the 1950s.
They started what?
But they started pushing it.
Pushing.
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 Pushing. Push.
Pushing.
Or push.
Pushing.
What is it? What is it made with? A U, and you push with a U. Push.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, because of World War II, many people started drinking orange juice made from concentrate by Minute Maid in the 50s. It became very popular.
So that was orange juice that had the water content taken out of it,
And then you put it back in.
and then you put it back in.
Right.
And that what saves space or
It wasn't as heavy. Water's got weight to it.
yes? Well, we're made of water.
So you can put you made a lot of water. Didn't
Yeah.
you? Okay, that's number 5. 6.
There's more.
Vitamins a day, 1941. Focus on nutrition for the servicemen. And they wanted to maintain peak health and morale.
Is that where One A Day came up with their vitamin? One A Day vitamin?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Boy, I'm so knowledgeable.
When the focus of nutrition, they started taking vitamins daily. Made sure all soldiers had to daily take their vitamins to keep their nutrition up and their morale up. And so then again, in the 50s, a big push on, because once the war stopped, they're making all this product. They got it. What are we doing with this product?
So once the war stopped, we fell apart. Is that what we're saying?
No, after the war stopped, the vitamin company is making millions and millions of vitamins, but there's not
the demand.
There's not 100,000, 500,000 soldiers over there that they're shipping it to. These soldiers are now going home and living at home with their wives and family. So what are we doing with all these? So they started advertising and selling them to the people, and the people started buying vitamins.
That was the One A Day that we're talking about?
I don't know, 4 a day, 8 a day, 10 a day.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
What do you take?
I take whatever makes me feel better.
Oh.
But anyway, those are the etiquettes from World War II.
I always wondered about that, too. I'm glad you answered that.
We are due for a break.
Yeah. Well, we'll take a break. When we come back, maybe we have some Murphy information. What do you think?
Sounds
You got your
good.
new book?
Got
All
the
right.
new book, Murphy.
Sean says that drinking gasoline is not recommended by Wake Up Wilmington. Wake Up Wilmington is not responsible for the thoughts or words from their on-air talent.
Talking to you, Rick.
I don't know whether Sean Grooms actually said that or whether, but anyway, water weighs 8.34 pounds per gallon. We have such knowledgeable viewers. It's
Who put that out
incredible.
there?
That was Kevin Martin.
Kevin Martin.
Yeah, so we have
the
such
brainy one.
knowledgeable. It just astounds me the knowledge that
I'm not astounded that
our
Kevin Martin is
viewers
smart.
possess. Well, all our viewers that our viewers possess, and how much they
you're
add
shocked
to the
that Kevin
show
Martin is
with all
smart.
their
I-
astounding
See,
information.
Kevin, I'm not.
I'm gonna go
shocked
take a break.
that You're smart.
I'm going to take.
Rick is shocked that you're smart, Kevin Martin.
I did not say that.
So I'm not
I'm gonna
shocked by
turn this
that. I
mic
know
off.
you're a smart guy,
Mic off.
Kevin Martin.
Mic off. Mic off.
An overworked office manager with too much already on her plate, spotted at a local all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet.
Indeed, it's a sweet and sour love story of great fortune.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Investigative reporting, it's what we do, sometimes here at The Murphy Report.
From dining to fighting crime and everything in between, including the latest coming to Ohio's hometown theater, The Murphy.
The Murphy Report. A new report every Monday on the Murphy Theater website and on our own YouTube channel.
The mistrusted name in made-up news.
A badge we wear with honor.
Ooh, we get badges?
The Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
Roller Haven is located at 1640 U.S. Highway 22 Northwest, Washington Courthouse, Ohio, the perfect place for a day out with the family, birthday parties, and even an organization event or fundraiser. Check out our website, rollerhavenwch.com, or give us a call at 740-335-6481, and we can help plan your event. We look forward to seeing you there.
Think zoo animals are uncooperative now, turning their backs on visitors and hiding in caves?
Well, buckle up for even more disappointment because now they're forming their own union.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett. In depth, behind the scenes stories just like these that we will dig up.
And sometimes make up. So don't you give up.
Not on us.
On The Murphy Report. Visit us on our website, themurphytheater.org, or on our own YouTube channel.
A new report is dropped every Monday morning.
It's news you can't count on The Murphy Report.
Hey, Amanda, what do panda bears with open sores and disgruntled zebras on strike have in common?
They both picket, Steve.
They both picket, Amanda.
It's news you can use.
And some you can lose on The Murphy Report. Remember, if it's news to you,
it's news to us.
Hello. Hello.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hello.
I'll put this on here. Water weighs 8.34 pounds per gallon. Gasoline only weighs 6 pounds per gallon. Sean wants to know, is that the weight of hard water or soft water?
Well, hard water would be called ice. So, if it's hard water, it's ice. Soft water would be called a gel.
A gel?
Gel. That's soft. Ooh, that's soft.
All right. I'm back. So you had some other
Well, let's talk about the Murphy.
pearls of wisdom. Is this the new book?
New book.
Did you look to see? Let me see.
This is wrong anymore. This is not this anymore.
Well, I've got Friday, November
on
the
the back.
7th.
That's not there anymore.
Oh. Friday,
Now-
November the 7th is when the first one is on the new book.
Yep.
What happens on Friday, November the 7th?
Friday, November 7th.
Which that's this Friday, Joe.
This Friday. General admission, $7. $12 for family to come and watch Saturday Night Fever.
Is that like I've got a fever for the flavor of Pringles?
No.
It's not the same thing?
Not the same thing.
Okay.
Starring John
Wayne.
Travolta.
John Wayne. Oh, no, it's not John Wayne?
John Travolta.
Was he Italian?
Made to look Italian. Travolta sounds like an Italian name, I'd say.
Is he the one that went, hey, hey?
No,
No,
that
that's
was
not-
the
that's-
Fonz.
The Fonz? Oh.
Yeah.
Was he Italian?
I didn't ask him either.
Oh, okay. You don't know much.
I don't care.
Huh? Well, this Friday, Saturday, November the 7th, at 7 p.m. right here at our Murphy Theater, we're showing a film for the Movies at the Murphy segment.
A lot of disco music.
From
You like disco music?
1977. This movie, is it rated R? I didn't realize that. It's 1 hour and 58 minutes.
Well, back then, showing your shoulder made it rated R compared to
General
today.
admission, tickets are $7 each or $12 for a family at the door. Well, back then, I was dating a Catholic girl, and we always had to meet with her parents. Well, her mother was the one that controlled the movies that we were allowed to see. And the Catholics have I don't know what, it's like a flyer that it comes out periodically, and it tells all the movies, their ratings, and
Are you allowed to go see this movie?
and recommends whether you can see the movie or not. I don't remember whether
Well,
this movie
you've
was
been-
approved or not. But we could only go.
You've been in your 20s by the time.
Well, that's true. But when I was in high school, and her mother would only let us go to the approved movies in the Catholic Telegraph, I think is
And
where
you're in your mid
where they
20s
had it.
by the time this movie came out.
Yeah, I already had a child. I'd already known about all those things. But
Wow.
anyway, so for $7 you can bring thyself,
But you were probably still dating those young high school girls.
Or
so
from-
you like them younger than you.
or from $12 you can bring the whole family. So I could have actually brought my wife and child.
Yeah, you can bring. If you got 3 kids, bring your wife, daughter, and 3 kids.
You could even bring your girlfriend. I think they would let you bring your
I
girlfriend.
don't know
huh?
if she'd be considered family.
I
or
think
not.
they would. I think they would. But
But,
anyway, but more importantly,
But bring your wife. You
hello,
and your wife
Dean
and your
Thompson.
3
He
kids.
says, hi, Rick
$12.
and Joe. But if you've ever wondered, about the Murphy Theater, you have a question, you don't have it answered. If you come in on Saturday, November the 8th at 10 a.m.,
Rick's
right?
coming just for the free donut.
Right here to Charlie's. You'll get free donuts, free coffee, and you can ask questions. And more importantly, we reveal the 2026 season Murphy
Announcement.
announcements, the shows that are going to be on, the things that we're going to be doing. So that's Saturday, November the 8th, this Saturday at 10
And
a.m.
it's not saying there couldn't be some added things throughout the year
Well, yeah,
that they might work on, but
that's true.
what's planned ahead will be announced to them on 2026 on November the 8th at 10 a.m.
Right.
A little after that.
So that is,
But come in, you start up Charlie's, and then you're going to move down to the seating area of the Murphy Theater, where they'll do more talk and explaining about the
Steve
ins and
usually
outs
has a
of the theater.
lectern down there, and he stands behind it, and he lectures everybody on all the
He
things
lectures you on what you can
as far
and can't do.
as the Murphy. Abomania and Night Fever, a tribute to the Bee Gees, Saturday, November the 8th at 7:30. So you can come in here in the morning, get your free coffee and donuts, learn about the Murphy, ask your questions, and then that evening you can come back at 7:30 for Abomania and Night Fever, a great tribute to the Bee Gees. And Joe,
It's
the
too
Bee
bad
Gees.
that it's not on a Friday, because then they just knock us off the air while they're doing their donuts. You'd come in for your free donut.
Well, and we already raised the question: why is it Saturday Night Fever on a
Friday night, yes.
Makes no sense.
We'll bring that up to Steve.
Yeah. And here's something that has been added that we have not discussed before, but Friday, November the 14th, it's a 2002 PG-13 movie, 1 hour and 53 minutes. Movies at the Murphy presents Chicago. Chicago. General admission, $7 each or $12 for a family at the door. That's Friday, November the 14th. The movie Chicago.
And that's the movie Chicago,
It's not the band.
The band
no,
Chicago.
it's not the band Chicago.
Don't want
But
anybody
even more
confused there.
important than that, this is we look forward to this every year at this time. Saturday, November the 15th at 7 p.m. Admission's only $10.
And I turned them down.
The Cavalcade of Stars, our biggest talent competition ever. The best seat in town for the best local talent. 3 winners, judge's choice, audience favorite, and most votes will be given out. We have, featuring, is that Sheila Ashberg, Diana Combs?
Sheila, not Sheila.
Sheila,
That's
okay.
S-E-L.
John Crabtree, DJ Finsty, Infinite Echo,
Echo, I like that.
Fleming Creek Band, Colt Harrigan or Harrington, James the Next Level.
Jamel.
It's not James?
No, Jamel.
Oh, there's an L on the end of
It's
that.
an L, not an S.
Okay. Hannah Schoolfield, Tall Weeds and Rust. Sounds like something about you. Tongues of Fire.
That sounds like you.
Yes. And the Aerials, which
Aerials, which is
those
dance,
are
flipping and all that kind of
that's
stuff.
right. And they actually, the Aerials have performed. I've not seen them for a while, but they used to perform at Wilmington High School at halftime of a basketball game, and they had these these little things that they twirled around, and they also had they turned the lights out, and they had the ropes that they would dance with, and the ropes had lighting like LEDs in them. and they would be, and they never tripped either.
they're very good.
I was quite impressed. So that's the Cavalcade of Stars, the big event of the year.
That's at November 15th at 7 p.m.
Yes.
The Ides of November.
Yes. And
it's only $10.
here are some of the more favorite movies. Steve Martin and John Candy in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
I love that show. That was funny.
Friday, November the 21st at 7 p.m. It's a 1987 R-rated movie. R-rated again. 1 hour and 33 minutes. General admission $7, $12 for a family. And one of our favorites is Friday, November the 28th at 7 p.m. And that is a 24 movie, 2024. It's a TV 14, which I've never heard of that rating before. A 1 hour and 44 minute movie filmed right here in Wilmington, Ohio, and at the Murphy Theater, Nutcrackers. And that's with Ben Stiller. And that will be Friday, November the 28th. And if you're interested in helping support the Murphy Theater, Wednesday Wings for the Murphy, the second Wednesday of every month from 4 to 9 p.m., the Wilmington location of Buffalo Wild Wings will donate 15% of your total bill, excluding alcohol, to the Murphy Theater. It's probably excluding tax as well. And you spend a lot of money at B-Dubs.
I'm there quite often.
Yeah. Well, you haven't been there recently. That's at 143 Fairway Drive.
I was there Saturday and watched the High State football.
Oh, that's right. I gave you the day off. 143 Fairway Drive in Wilmington, Ohio. And I thought I saw a picture of a sign that said Wings and Rings that was opening somewhere here in the area.
There may be a Wings and Rings opening in the area, but it's not a Wilmington.
Yeah, Wings and Rings. Well, they were looking for space a few years back. They were looking for, I don't know, they said, I think they wanted 4,000 or 6,000
They're
square
trying
feet.
to get something in the old Frisch's, but Wilmington is trying to. But that's still owned by Frisch's, or the people that own Frisch's, and they're being picky of what they let come in there.
We don't want a Dolly's, that's for sure.
I do. I've heard about Dolly's, and
So there's nothing pleasant about it.
the reason Dolly's isn't good, well, two reasons. One, it's out of Michigan.
Oh.
And two, it's not Frisch's. People, if you go in there thinking, oh, it looks like a Frisch's, but 100% doesn't taste like.
Now, does that have a big fat dolly out front
That I don't
going like
know.
this?
And I'm not going to call her fat, even if she was big.
Oh, okay. Well,
But anyway,
I mean,
in
the big
Plains-
boy was big.
In Planes, Trains, and Automobiles,
Yeah.
I heard that Steve Martin and John Candy tried outdoing each other in going off,
being funny.
being funny, going off the
Script.
the script, and saying things that wasn't in the script, trying to break each other up, and a lot of it they kept in the show.
And if not, they were in the outtakes.
Yeah,
And those outtakes, a lot of times they'll roll those at the end of the movie after the movie's over, and then you see all these stupid outtakes.
I hate
or
what I
where
hate
they've
is-
made mistakes.
I go to the movies, not often, but when I take my grandkids out to a movie, I remember, and probably the first one I really noticed was Grumpy Old Men. I think when the show
Well,
was
that
over,
was the story of your life.
when the show was over, they immediately started running outtakes. Before you could blink an eye, they were already running their outtakes, and for another 15 minutes or more, they added to the show. They just ran outtakes that were thrown in, that somebody broke up when they shouldn't have broke up, or somebody made a remark they shouldn't have made, or whatever, and they kept it in the outtakes, and they showed it at the end of the movie. Then every movie started showing the outtakes at the end, and
Because people kind of liked it.
But then now I go to a movie and I'm watching with my grandkids, and I'm sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting, and they don't do outtakes. And I'm like, man, I loved that. That was so much fun. That made me want to go see that movie again and again and again just to see the outtakes.
Yeah, you like the outtakes
love
better
the
than the movie
outtakes.
itself. Well, you would. You would. Anyway, let's not get into December.
And we'd like to thank the Clinton County Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Why?
because the Murphy Theater wishes to thank the Clinton County
Oh, it says right here in the book.
Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Yeah. Okay.
Find out more about Clinton County. And it'll tell you more
So
about
we will reveal what is going on in December later. Towards
We're
December.
too far away.
Yeah.
But go to the Murphy, go to
B-dubs.
B-dubs, and
Eat a lot of wings and
the
rings
second
and
Wednesday
things.
of every month.
And that 15% of that money will
So
come back to the Murphy.
This Wednesday is the first Wednesday. So a week from this Wednesday will be the second Wednesday, and 15% of your
Joe always says the obvious.
it's fact. I only do fact. I don't make up things like some people.
You're not referring to me, are you?
I would never.
I would
do that.
never make anything up. I'm a journalist.
Yeah.
Joe, you're dead.
Are you from?
You ought to take one of the mics here.
Are you from CNN?
Yeah.
You're a journalist.
No, seeing eye.
Those are
that's what
made
they are.
up.
They're seeing eye. Anyway, I'll replace the batteries in that one at the next break. Speaking of next break, we
Next
got
break.
6 minutes.
6 minutes.
6 minutes. So, Joe, what other interesting pearls of wisdom do you have in your?
More than 6 minutes.
Well, that's all right. We'll let you come back and finish.
Funny things from 1970s. That's when I was a little boy and Rick was an old man.
The
and things that-
70s would have been, Joe, when you were in high school.
Funny things of the 70s. Did you know streaking started in the 70s?
Oh, wow.
Streaking started in the started in the late 60s. It's considered a 70s thing. But actually in like 68 and 69, people started streaking on campus. Again, one of these things started on college campuses of streaking from this dorm to this dorm, and guys would take all their clothes off and run from one dorm to another dorm.
I never did that at Wright State. Never.
You never. And this started in the 60s. 1973, a reported, also known as the nude run on a college campus, and one of the announcers
Where there were several runners that were
it was announced ahead of time on this whatever, and they didn't tell me what. They said on a college campus there was going to be a nude run.
They didn't mention the college campus?
And no, they didn't. And probably a lawsuit would ensue. But they had a journalist there, on camera and on microphone, and he was whoa.
To record the event?
That's what they're there for.
Okay.
They're journalists. And it said, as he was talking, several of the runners ran past him, and he goes, wow, several of these naked runners just streaked right past me.
And he said streaked.
He said streaked, and therefore the term streaking came out, because it wasn't called streaking. They didn't say, hey, let's invent this thing called, we were just nude runners. Kids would, on college campuses, would have a race, and they'd race nude, or they would dare a guy, hey, run from this building to this building.
Now, was that ever at the same time that, you know how they would do these swims where they would jump into the water that was extremely cold and freezing? Would they ever do a nude?
No.
No, it wouldn't be the same.
No, it wouldn't be the same.
Okay.
And anyway, that was started in the late 60s, and then the song, The Streak, came out by Ray Stevens.
They call me the streak.
And
I'm a real freak.
Ethel, close your eyes. And but by the end of 1974, streaking started fading out. You didn't hear about streaking much after that.
So it was not as popular for the younger people. Would that have been millennials?
I heard, I'm trying to think. With the show about the Back in Time, Back in the Future. Back to the Future. Back to the Future, yes.
Yes.
Back to the Future. The lady.
Was there a streaker in that?
No, the girl that played his mother at the beginning of the show, that during the show became his girlfriend, so to speak.
Right.
She was telling a story. She was on while this movie was big, and they were being interviewed on like Johnny Carson or one of the talk shows, and she was telling of his time. They dared her, so there was a big, long bridge wherever they lived, probably in the South, and she took all of her clothes off on this side of the bridge and ran across the bridge totally naked to the other side of the bridge. And, she always seemed like the sweet girl next door.
This was the one that played his mother.
The one that played his mother.
And his wife.
And his girlfriend became his wife,
Could you do that today? Have her be the mother and the wife?
And the wife? You would.
Probably not. Probably not.
Anyway, another thing, funny ha-ha thing of the 70s was Gerald Ford falling down.
Sean was born in 1970, he says.
Oh, geez, Sean.
He's on the cusp, as they say. Cusp of what, I do not know.
They made fun of Gerald Ford, and there was many clips of Gerald Ford trying to go up the stairs, down the stairs, sort of like Biden, going up the stairs, down the stairs, falling. And it became a running joke with Gerald Ford.
Running joke.
A running joke, a falling down joke of Gerald Ford falling.
He was the one that was always hitting people with golf balls.
He did that well. He was clumsy. So hitting them with golf balls, hitting them with the swing of the golf club, all these things. Gerald Ford started being the first president the time they said they were ever making fun of a president, the sitting president, being clumsy.
And Gerald was a Republican.
Right.
Wasn't he?
And it's the first time, but, Kennedy, they didn't make fun of him falling down or, doing something stupid.
Well, he had a bad
Eisenhower,
back anyway.
They never did.
Kennedy, he had to swim so far. And
Right.
He ended up with a bad back.
Right.
Yeah. And I think at the time they didn't have those orthopedic beds that you could sleep in.
In fact, they said he had a disease for his back, and he was. They said if he hadn't been shot, he probably would have not made it to the 70s. He would. It was taking over his body so bad. So they only knew that. So anyway, Gerald Ford. That was number 2. Number 3 of funny ha 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 things of the 70s. Truckers takes off CB radios. Hey, good buddy. Semi trucks talk to each other. They even came out with a movie.
Well, they don't. Do they still use CBs in trucks?
I think they do. They are still in trucks.
Headsets, so
but a lot of them are going to. You can talk on telephones and stuff, but I don't know who. But with a CB,
you can hear a bunch of people.
You can hear anybody within a few miles of you. You start talking, they can hear you.
Right.
So if you want to talk to the semi driver in front of you, you pick up the CB and say, "Hey, Walmart truck on at mile marker, blah blah blah." He knows you're talking to him, and he can tell you something that he wanted to tell you personally. Just boom.
Here's the
so
Walmart
there are a lot of truckers that still have CB radios in there, so they can tell a guy, "Hey, look out!"
Well, I mean, you still have an 8-track tape player in your car.
If I only did.
Yeah.
If I only did. Anyway, they did that. Talked of the gas station price. They would talk to each other and say, "Hey, there's a
gas is better here.
We hear
than
about
there.
25 miles. There's a war on gas, and it's really cheap. If we don't stop locally."
Even us driving to Columbus yesterday and back, the cheapest gas price. There was a 20-cent difference between the first coming back, the first
exit at Jeffersonville.
That's right, and then the second exit at Octa. They were the cheapest of anywhere around. And that's where we stopped.
They were like 267, and everybody else was 289.
Yeah, we stopped at Quick Trip and
Quick what?
Quick Trip. And I tried to sign it. I have their app on the phone, and I was trying to register it, but it didn't like my email address I wanted to give.
Well, I understand. Not a lot of people like you.
It wasn't even a real email address.
They just didn't like you.
Yeah.
But breaker, that was a term on the CB radio. 10-4, good buddy. Yeah.
Well, everybody had a handle that had a CB radio.
I can't even tell you what mine.
He owned a Corvette. I owned a Corvette. We shared a condo in Centerville. He worked for me in my one of my pizza joints up in Dayton called Tubby's. And anyway,
Tubby's?
when we were on the road, when we were traveling together in my Corvette, it had a CB radio built in. In the car, and
Everybody put a CB in a radio.
You know
in their
what our
car.
handle was? Well,
What? Talkie?
Starsky and Hutch. I don't remember whether I was Starsky or Hutch.
I remember I lived in New Vienna at the time, and I had a handle, and I don't even remember what it was. And but there was a lady from Clinton County, and she was popular. Everybody got on to talk to her on there. And so I'd get on, and we'd tell stories or whatever, tell something about.
Well, you tell stories all the time,
I
Joe.
tell
You're telling
stories.
stories now.
And but they would tell what's going on, in Clinton County, and you go, hey, I knew this or that, or I saw this.
You mean she had like her first podcast was?
Yeah,
on
it was basically
the
that's what it was.
CB radio.
People would call in and say, hey, I saw a coyote running across
What
the
do you
road.
mean they would call in?
Hey, this is Billy Beebe, and call over the thing and tell hey, I saw a coyote on State Route 28 over near New Vienna, and they would talk that on there. And
Sounds
so
like you've had practice at that.
But she would always, when she got to people, where are you from? And you might say, oh, I'm from New Vienna, or I'm from Clinton County, or whatever. Well, she tried to narrow it down. What street are you on? Where exactly do you live? What's your name?
Yeah, that's
the
always good
reason
for
you had
stalkers.
a handle. The reason you had a handle is you were inconspicuous. You're anonymous. I didn't want sometimes people to know.
Is that like the people on Facebook that post anonymously?
Yeah, anonymously.
So that was the original anonymous
Original
Facebook
anonymous.
post.
So people would get her with a handle, but she tried to make narrow it down to who you were, exactly where you were. I wouldn't tell her, and she got pissed at me and kicked me off the group.
So how did you kick someone
They
off
just
the
don't
group?
talk to you.
Oh, they don't. Well, I tried doing that, Joe, but you keep talking.
I keep talking.
Yeah, I know. I can't.
But anyway,
can't get away from it, folks.
Elvis and Nixon teamed up. They talked. Elvis wrote a letter, a 6-page letter to the White House, to President Nixon. So Nixon invited him to come into the White House and talk to him.
Face to face.
And Elvis wanted to talk concerns over drug culture in the United States. Now, Elvis was known to pop pills, but Elvis, as he says, he popped legal pills, just too many of them. Tried things to get him to go to sleep, over-the-counter things and stuff, and the things his doctor would give him. But he wasn't into heroin and that kind of drugs, he said.
No meth.
No meth.
crack.
I don't think they had meth then.
No cocaine.
But cocaine was, he didn't do that. But Elvis wanted to help, and he wanted to go undercover to help find some of these guys.
Didn't Elvis die of a drug overdose?
He died of taking too many of those pills that put you to sleep, keep you awake. He would do a concert and have to be awake.
Is that where they came up with the group Benny and the Jets?
Benny and the Jets,
Yeah.
yeah, I think so. The Bets. Anyway, they were talking about this, and they had it all on tape, and they wanted Nixon, and but
Are you inferring that he recorded everything?
yeah, he did, and but anyway,
Except that gap.
They were going to make it public that Elvis came and talked to Nixon about the drug culture and trying to clean up. And then Nixon said, maybe we better keep this at a down low for a while. And Elvis goes, yeah, let's keep it for. So they kept it for down low. It never really came out back then. It's now leaking out, years and decades later that Elvis had these secret meetings with Nixon about helping with the drug culture. Elvis had a thing about badges. He liked badges. He saw a badge.
You mean like police badges?
Yes, badges. And he asked Nixon for a badge of the Bureau of Narcotics and Dangerous Drugs. There was a
So
group,
he was going to have his own badge.
and Nixon gave him a badge
Oh, wow.
he had his own badge for the Bureau of Narcotics and Dangerous Drugs. So Elvis had that badge.
Is that because he took so many drugs? He got a badge?
No.
Oh.
He hated the bad drugs. He didn't consider
Well,
what
what's
he
a good drug?
he
Any
didn't
drug
consi-
that gets you hooked, which
he
he
didn't
obviously
consider
was hooked on drugs.
what
It
he
killed
didn't
him.
consider. I'm saying he didn't consider what he took as a bad drug. He took.
That was kind of hypocritical, wasn't it?
He gave his Priscilla when she was like only 16 years old and was getting tired and couldn't go to sleep or couldn't wake up the next morning, whatever. He would give her drugs, and he gave her again wake up pills, go to sleep pills. Things over the counter. You can walk into a drugstore. You can.
Well, I mean, he was Elvis. Anybody would have written him a prescription for anything he wanted.
And his
Elvis.
doctor wrote.
It's like
so
Michael
he didn't,
Jackson.
Since his doctor wrote them for him, and since he could buy them over the counter at a drugstore, he never considered those bad drugs. But he would take too many
I don't
of
know
them.
that there's any good drug.
And
unless it's a good drug.
he gave them to Priscilla to help her either go to sleep or stay awake or
So
whatever.
now, how old did you say she was at
She
the
was
time?
only about 16 at that time, 14 to 16.
Was she married to him yet?
No.
Oh.
And but she was staying at his place.
Oh.
And she literally almost went into a coma because she was too young with all these stuff going in.
Right.
You would think it might wake him up to not take this, but it didn't. But anyway, one of the next things from the 70s, Farrah Fawcett's hair.
She had pretty hair.
She had a hair mania. Well, back then,
She also had a nice smile.
a lot of people wore hair bobs. Then cut it off about there, or they had the long
Well,
straight hair.
She had longer hair, but do you remember the poster that was so popular?
Yeah.
She was in that bathing suit, and she was like this.
Yes, but that's not what they were looking at. No.
What were they looking at?
Somebody told me they were looking at something else.
I thought it was her smile. She
It
had
was
a
their
really
smile.
pretty
She
smile.
had a real pretty smile. I liked.
Yeah.
That's what I looked at.
Yeah, that's what
That's
I
what I
did too.
noticed
Yeah.
was the smile. And anyway, her hair just looked like it was blowing in a fan. It's like you went out and they started blowing a fan,
wispy and
the hair
free
just blowing.
yeah.
And that's what her hairstyle looked like. So then all the girls.
Oh, wait a minute. Wasn't she wearing a bathing suit? It was a one piece. Yeah, it was a bathing suit.
Yeah. So anyway, we're talking about her hair.
Oh, I know. Okay.
And everybody wanted the Farrah Fawcett hairs. It was not short, and it was longer, but it was fluffed out and looked like she was caught in a windstorm.
Fluffed. I'm going to go home and take a nap before I take and get my hair cut. One
of the other things, the pet rock started in the 70s.
Did you have one?
I don't know. I may have.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't
You
remember.
either had a pet rock or you didn't have a pet rock. Don't.
I may have got one for my son.
Don't give me.
Probably got one for my kids.
You bought one. For
August
your
of
son.
1975, San Francisco Trade Show. And they came out with the pet rock, and and it was a joke at first about the hassle of raising a pet. And the guy goes, if you have a pet rock, there's no hassle. You just lay it there, and
it caught on.
You say sit still, it sits still. And, the guy was talking to his friends about the hassle of pets. So you just get a pet rock as your pet, and it's no hassle. And you can even teach it tricks like
Was that
roll over.
Was that like when schools sent babies home with their students?
No.
It wasn't the
That's
same
similar, but that's after that. But you could take the rock and sort of flip it, and you could say, roll over, and it would roll over,
Right.
Stay, and it would stay.
Uh-huh.
So they came out with that, and they came out with that.
What did the average pet rock weigh?
Depends. Depends on what size of rock you wanted. But it came out I think in the fall, and by Christmas, they were selling millions upon millions of pet rocks.
How much was a pet rock back then?
Pet rocks were...
I'll look it up.
Okay, I've got it. They were selling pet rocks. They sold 100,000...
Sean said your pet rock died.
They were averaging 100,000 rocks a day for $3.95 a piece.
So we knew what they were selling for. $3.95.
$3.95 back then.
So that would have been like $10 now.
Or more, yeah.
Wow.
And
somebody made a lot of money
the
off
taxes
rocks.
on that were not very much, probably 3
And it really
cents.
wasn't hard going out and getting a new supply of rocks. You didn't even have to buy them.
They were making probably $3.75.
You just go to the seashore and you pick you up some free rocks.
And yeah, and they ran them over a machine that sort of polished them up a little bit and put them in a box.
Were they polished?
They put them in they were polished and came out. But They were selling 100,000 rocks a day. A day. Back in that time.
So people were paying because of the brilliance of the idea.
Right.
And not so
And it
much
was a
because
joke.
it
Everybody
was a
liked to
rock.
have a joke of having owning a pet
Right,
rock.
right.
And the last one, the very last one, well, almost. Disco came out in the 70s.
Yes.
Disco everywhere.
Who was your favorite disco singer?
I didn't have a favorite.
What was her name? Gloria what?
Steinem?
No. And then there was Anita Bell. You can ring my bell.
Summers. Remember Summers?
Sheila Summers.
Oh, her name wasn't Sheila.
Oh, that was a girl I went to high school with.
Okay.
Not the same person.
But they had a lot of singers. The Bee Gees were, and the Bee Gees, speaking of that, coming up, Saturday Night Fever had the Bee Gees.
But
and
it's on Friday.
On a Friday. And the
Saturday
Bee
Night Fever
Gees
is on Friday here.
coming here will be
Someone
playing.
screwed up big. I think they're going to get fired for that.
And in 1978, the Sesame Street Disco Fever, Sesame Street Disco Fever, 79, Sesame Disco Star Wars.
So is Sesame Street still on today?
Yes, I don't know. I think it is.
Well, I mean, because we stopped funding PBS, I
Do you know who also came out with a disco album?
A political
No,
person?
no. A movie or a famous singer of that time, and even before that time, was known in the 60s and possibly 70s as being one, and probably a lot of.
Give me a hint.
What's the show? Or if you go to New York, you want to go to
Broadway?
Broadway. She did a lot of Broadway shows. She was known for Broadway, singing Broadway. Ethel Merman.
Ethel Merman had
Ethel
a disco
Merman
release.
had a disco album.
Oh,
And John Williams' Star Wars Disco.
wow.
And that's the 70s. And now it's time
Listen,
for a break.
Kevin Martin says, newsflash, the pet rock is still being sold on Amazon for $29.99.
$29.95. You said $10.
$29.99.
$29.95. Get your pet rock now
And you
before they run
have
out.
to feed it. That's the great thing about it.
Yeah, once you buy it.
All right, so we're going to take one last break before the end of the show. We only have 4 more minutes. Why should we take a break? The break would be.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
in 4 more minutes. No more break. We're going to take a long break in 4 minutes. We will have a long break.
Joe could bloviate for 4 minutes very easily. Joe, have you got any other blovios over there?
I tell you what, Ohio State football team, the Ohio State football team is doing well. They're still ranked number 1.
Yes, they are.
Now next week, the rankings come out for the end of season.
Actually, the committee gets together and turns out the rankings for the playoffs. Now, when does Ohio State play Indiana?
At the end of the season, after we play
Michigan?
Michigan.
So
Because
that's
it's
for the championship.
Championship.
Right.
We don't play them, but whoever wins the championship for the comes in second place, Ohio State will play for first and second place.
For the
The two top
championship
teams
game.
play for championship.
Right.
So then it'll be Ohio State. As it's going right now, it's going to be Ohio State versus Indiana. Both are undefeated in the rankings, 1 and 2.
Right.
Myself, some people say, Indiana ought to be ranked over Ohio State because they played a tougher schedule.
But why?
But I looked at their schedule. They played a couple different teams, but their schedules they played weak teams like everybody does, and then they played some Big Ten teams. We played Penn State was supposed to be a big game, and they were at one time ranked number 2 in the nation.
Right. Well, I mean,
Texas, when we played them, was ranked number 1 when we played them.
and we beat them. Yeah. So
And
I think Ohio State has beat more ranked teams at the
the
time
thing
they
is,
were ranked.
keep the ranking as it is until they meet for the championship, and that'll tell you who should be ranked over the other person.
Well, because more than likely, if things continue the way they are, during the championship, you'll have a number 1 team playing a number 2 team.
Right. And guess what? Guess where it's at?
Indiana. Yeah.
They play all their champion. They picked the place to play Indiana because Indiana was never going for that. They were always at the bottom, and it's in the middle of the group. I mean,
Yeah, and I don't have any.
it's the most centralized. It's the most
I
centralized.
don't have any problem with Ohio State having to play Indiana for a championship in Indiana.
For years,
That's
it
no
was
big deal.
considered the Ohio State's away home game.
Yeah.
Because they
were
would
so
go into Indiana
successful.
and they would have 75 to 80% of the people there from Ohio State
Ohio,
watching the
yeah.
game.
Well,
that ain't going to happen this year.
Ohio travels well.
But Indiana is going to fill their stadium, but they still give the visiting team so many tickets, and there's probably people already buying tickets from Ohio State to go to that game. So Ohio State will be well represented there.
Sure.
But it's still going to be the home field for the Indiana team, University of Indiana.
Yeah.
Hoosiers.
Yeah.
So that's going to be very interesting.
Those are the ones that they always say, "Who's your mama? Who's your
Who's
daddy?"
your- yeah.
You don't know who they are.
Who's your mama?
I don't
Who's
know.
your daddy?
I don't know. Well, don't forget the disco ball.
Oh, yeah, the big disco ball. We got the chandeliers here, but there they had the disco ball.
There's our buddy Jer Bear.
Jer
Jer
Bear.
Bear, the disco. And
Jer Bear, I miss you.
What about the disco duck?
I was going to be Jer Bear's
Disco-
number 2 man. I want Jer Bear back to be the number 1 man.
Jer Bear, he didn't get a lot accomplished when he was doing the show, and Jerry was in here virtually.
Well, maybe you got your stuff accomplished now.
every
You
day
can
of
come
the
back.
Every
and-
day of the show. But Jerry was more interested in the workings of the show than the hosting
But
of the
he
show.
can be host.
He could be the
I'll
engineer.
I'll come in now and then and help you out.
We
That's
give
all.
him a little engineer's hat. He could drive the
Come
train.
in 3 days a week,
could drive
4
the
days a
train.
week. Well, again, Jer Bear can be here 2 or 3. Molly and what's his name?
Well, Molly and Dustin would actually be
Dustin?
hosting.
Huh?
And I would like to get them in here for 2 days a week. Well,
That's what I'm saying. Jer Bear 2 days, them 2 days.
they're-
I may do 1 day.
They're coming in Wednesday, so we're going to. And what will also be nice is if we do a Wake Up Washington Courthouse after hours, which would be from 6 to 8 or
And no, I'm not going
7
over after hours.
If we would do that up in Washington Courthouse, I could make sure that both shows were
If you
working
ever wanted to
perfectly.
pick me up and take me over, I might go, but other than that,
That won't happen. That won't happen. But
we
anyway,
know that won't happen.
well, we want to thank everybody. It's 10:01. The satellite is moving. Want to thank everybody for tuning in.
Joe Davis, the voice.
Yeah, the voice. And as we said, tomorrow we'll be back. But on Wednesday, Molly and Dustin will be in, and they'll probably
Everybody be watching
they'll
that
want to be
day.
talking about their latest newspaper that's
Right.
coming out. And see, I'm talking to them now about doing a newspaper in Washington Courthouse as well as here.
And also, who won the elections for school board and council for Wilmington?
And some of the local elections, like in New Vienna, there's a mayor's race and a council race. And some of the other outlying, areas like Sabina has a race for mayor and that. But anyway,
Fayetteville.
we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in.
I can only hold this smile so long.